spirituality swirling. Ready for your muse. Yeah. Are you? Are you ready for your muse to show up? Here's the deal. Some say it's luck that your muse shows up. I don't think so. I think you got to set the base, the receptive base, where you clear all the crap out of the way. Because the universe is looking after you, and they'll have your muse showing up, man, at any minute. But you got to do your work. Like they say, you got to do the footwork, man. You got to set yourself up to that place where you really can receive, where you can be open, where you can be love. It is love that will do it, because love will lead the way, love will be the way, love will be the foundation, love will be your muse. You got it? I got it. I think I got it. I feel like I got it. You know what I'm saying? The I Ching. The mastery of zeros and ones. Yep, that's how it's set up. Set up just like computer language. Early on, 3,000 years ago, ain't no different. So here we are and here we go. And we put it all into line and we put it all into place. I hear the muse coming. Yeah. So here we are, the I Ching for the week of July 1st, 2019. Yep, 2019, July 1st, beginning of the second half of the year. So we have an opportunity here as we find that this week's Gua, number 28, Dagao, the great exceeding. Above is Dui, open, easy. Below is Sun, the root, the foundation, the nourishing. Yeah. The wisdom, proceed to the altar. Proceed to the harvest. Make a sacrifice. Your nobility is at stake. Well, in my translation, I don't want to sound too obtuse, like going to the altar, because we can build an altar and go to the virtual altar, or we can go to the one that has been made and is part of history. Or it might be our internal altar, the place that we go in meditation, where we see our guides, our magic, the colors of love and light. And there we make a sacrifice, means we give up our bullshit. We give up the lies, we give up the untruths that we have been spreading about ourselves, about others, about the way things are. Man. Listen, you want to be found by your muse, you want to be found by love, you got to clear the decks. Don't complain. Don't say, oh, I wish don't do that. Clear it up, and it's going to find you, because there's a trick to it. You want the trick? Stop looking. Sit back, let it happen. I know. Desire comes, and, they say, man, certain aspects of philosophy and religion say, don't have desire. Oh, man, I don't know how to do that. I don't. But right now, we're in a time where many offers are coming. You're having opportunities are showing up, assignments are showing up, responsibilities. There's desires rolling towards you these days. The I Ching points right now to the timber that supports the entire structure of the home. It's called a ridgepole. In this case, home is you, and the ridgepole is the heart of your structure. Right now, it is sagging from weight. Go to the place of sacrifice, where you get rid of unnecessary weight. The place that you lighten your psychic load, your analytic load. In the past, when you come to a place where you're really given to give it up, you would say you're at a crossroads. At the crossroads, you could choose one path or the other. Well, that's a luxury. And that luxury is no longer available, you see, because your benefit at this time, in fact, the only way to go forward is to walk between the roads, where you take with you only what is efficient and is in harmony with the essence of who you are. So here we go to a virtual altar. You let go of any success you've had. You let go of any failures you've had. Anything that might influence your decisions about moving forward. Also, don't try to predict the future because you're going to be wrong. We can't. I mean, we can, go to this psychic and that and say, what's coming. People come to me and they say, well, what do you see in my future? I see you. I see you remembering who you are so you can come to stillness. And in the stillness, you can be informed of your capacity for greatness. Greatness in your community, greatness in projects newly formed, and in your relationship to the cosmic whole. Have no doubts. This is the time of the great exceeding, the name of this hexagram. Right now, we're all experiencing this in-between place, a sandwich between ideas and realities. The task at hand is to clear the decks, secure your load, delve deeply into the meaning of relationships with others, don't be afraid, into your connection with Gaia, with our earth, our nature, and of your commitment to the journey to embrace satisfaction and peace of mind. And I say to embrace it because it's there. It's the place of virtue and nobility where love and abundance reside. It can be yours for the asking, but note well, no te bueno. Before you ask, have surety you're prepared to support and nourish what is meant to be yours. Look to see if your connection to the divine has been clouded by doubts of self-worth, or by lies that you've been telling yourself, or lies you've been telling others. Let it go. That's just going to block you getting there. Going to block away your reception, man. We talked about the muse. Muse ain't coming, man, if you're lying to yourself. It's not going to happen. So on this road less traveled, the voice of the critical ego would have at you to attempt to take you away from your truth, take you away from your connection to oneness. This ego voice may be broadcasting its message through your inner life, into your health. It might be blasting you at your work, or, ego working over your relationships. This critic, this coyote, I call it, that ever-busy mind, yip, 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 that ever-busy mind, it's in opposition to the loving heart. The wider your heart is open to love, the less that critic has at you. But that critic will have all its tools right on the forefront. It's going to use that arsenal. Its arsenal? Shame, judgment, impatience, fear. That's the way it seizes control. Your desire for success, for love, happiness, no matter how you define it and in what measure, is not to be feared, for when you are in your integrity, you have no thing to be ashamed of. You see, we're in a momentous time in which the benefit is to act swiftly, decisively, to cut the monotonous drone of the critical influence of the ego. You can't do it, you're not good enough, who are you anyway, you're faking it. You know that, what, drone, man, no. You know that voice. All right, consider this. It's important that you have a daily practice. Is it yoga? Is it tai chi? Is it meditation? Is it all of it? Is it hiking? Is it whatever it is you can do, Taking walks in the park. One of the important things is regularity. Do it on a regular basis. And then you come to a place of mindfulness. You come to a place of stillness, and it's here that you can see and feel the source of the internal chatter, that voice that's causing this imbalance, keeping you in turmoil. If you don't dedicate yourself to renewing stillness, you're going to be in danger of becoming blind to correct behavior on your journey. And it's a lone journey. And that's okay for right now. The energy of the great exceeding is here. Therefore, it is now to leave the outcome, leave the correction, or the collapse to spirit, to the universal energies that have been there always to aid you in seeking balance in your inner world of love and wisdom. The situation is great. The opportunities are great. The danger is great. So stay awake. You will receive in great and proper measure. Well, the Ching always suggests, never orders, but it's making a suggestion to you, is to look into the heart of the matter, to see the truth that resides there. It's an exploration that is led by the heart, along with a still and unexcitable mind. I know. Sometimes it's hard to still your mind, but you know what? I talk to so many people and work with people. Oh, I can't meditate. I've never meditated. But you can. It doesn't get in your way. All right. Here, right now. Take a breath. Close your eyes if you can. Not if you're driving. Close your eyes. Think about one thing, something beautiful. All right? Think about it. Close your eyes. Now just think about that one thing. Just see it. Take a breath. Come back. All right. That was meditation. Got it? Doesn't have to be complicated. It can be easy. Once you've done your work, you'll find that you're able to correct with loving grace, enhance the finer aspects of your situation. On this quest of truth, you may find that a situation is damaged beyond repair. Sometimes it is. If so, move on. Leave it be. No blame, no guilt, no shame. It just happens like that sometimes. With this, you're going to be free to move with grace, with the knowledge and an understanding of the lesson given by this hexagram, Dagao. Do not try to salve your ego. Don't make your ego feel better. That doesn't work. You see, your action of the situation at hand must be accompanied with mindfulness and a gentle hand. Any other way misses the point. This time is well represented by the Hermit card in the Tarot. I read Tarot. You know, if you haven't experienced it, it's a great concentration. We all have the intuition, which is the basis of understanding the Tarot. This time is represented by the Hermit card. It's a man walking on the road carrying a light. The signification here is that there's light on your path and that you're walking it alone. It's a time to be solitary, to meditate, to organize, find the truth in your heart. During this time of solitude, feelings of agitation or frustration, it's going to come. Don't worry about it. Don't blame yourself. Feelings will pass as you deconstruct them. Right? Take them apart. And then you'll shift the fear to love. It works that way. Clarity, understanding, and enlightenment await you on this journey. Give your mind a break. Relax into this in-between state. It can be hard to accept that something that you've worked hard for, whether it's in your health, your business, your friendships, relationships, or even a deep fundamental belief that you've held dear, is undergoing radical change. Here in this state, the benefit is to change your mind and risk a full 180-degree turn. There is no growth without risk. When situations are causing too much inner noise, it's best to withdraw and take the eagle's eye view. From that height, you can see clearly what must be done, and you'll see that your path is correct, where you can move on with strength and confidence and a sense of freedom. From this lofty view, you'll see where the old ways of thinking have been limiting you. The Great Exceeding calls on you to give attention to the now. Right? Fucking now. As you are reading or listening to this and contemplating your situation, you're most likely shallow breathing. Check it out. You're not breathing deep. You're not nourishing the authentic self. So come on, take a deep breath. Right now, nourish the body, nourish the mind, nourish the spirit. That's the work. You see, what's going on now on individuals, and for each of us, it's just a reflection of the world as a whole. Things in the world are out of balance. The Hopi word, Kianaskatsi, means world out of balance. That's where we are. We are in Kianaskatsi. It's a state that requires change in your way of being and an opening to a new way of thinking. Changing the words you think are more powerful than you can believe. This benefit now is you can envision a new earth. Check it out. Envision a new earth where all live in harmony and in connection to community. A world where ideas are shared and they're not held in the storehouse of greed, not used to bring place or profit to an individual, to a company, or to a geographic location. Envision a world where love is not bartered, but given openly and freely, with no conditions or expectations. Yeah, don't barter your love. Don't say, man, I'm gonna love you if you, I'm going to do this for you if you don't do that. That's a trap, you see. That's a critic. Right now, you got to trust that we're all connected, and we're tuned to pick up on the energies of what's going on around you in your world. It might be close to you, it might be far. We're all picking up on it. The benefit now is to exercise diligence and listen to the clarity of the inner voice of wisdom. You'll find the benefit is going to see the sage sometimes, going to some wise being, wise person, wise woman in your tribe. Or maybe it's time to read or reread words that bring strength and resolve in their familiarity. You know, hearing a story over and over again, you get different meanings from it. You know, I used to read the same story over and over to my kids, and they would find something different in it each time. Hear this voice of wisdom that denotes freedom, and trust it. If it's doing anything other than that, holding you back, that ain't the truth. Don't listen to it. So if you do go to see someone in your tribe who can help you, who can aid you in understanding what has created all that is now disturbing your equilibrium and distracting you from the truth, that you can understand what's going on. Balance and imbalance, it's like the scales of justice. They're yin and yang. The balance of life, one cannot exist without the other. Like joy and sadness and abundance and lack, strength and weakness, death and birth. That's the human condition. The work is to recognize this shifting balance in life and build your strength and resolve so that when the scales shift again, and they inevitably will shift again, you're going to be able to maintain your equanimity. You know, earlier I talked about that you got to be ready to receive, right? You got to do your work because it will come to you. But if you're not ready to receive it, it's going to pass you by. You're going to be left grasping the air. These are times of dynamic change. It's a place where we're afforded the opportunity to take stock, to organize, to clean house. Free yourself from harmful influences. May I say that again? Free yourself from harmful influences. Correct negative behavior, negative thoughts, and free yourself from negative people in your life. Contemplate a time of retreat where you're going to rest, where you're going to meditate, you're going to take long walks, you're going to learn new things. Slow penetration in all matters brings success in great measure. Be that the truth. That's word. Each day, light your inner fire. Extend this light of kindness, of laughter, and compassion to all sentient beings. This is the medicine that heals from within. Yeah. For me, I freely give my love to you. I expect nothing back. Teach peace as you go in your walk. You want love, be the love that you desire. Let that be. I'm the week of July 14th. I am coming to New York to work, to do some private sessions. On my website, the calendar is going to open up to book some times. The times are available. You can click on them. So please come. I'm so happy to be back working in New York again, and it's going to be on a regular basis. I'll be coming in every month to do some work. I'm also going to be having a series of talks at Assemblage in New York. We call them Conversations with Bobby K. That's me. Bringing some very interesting people together to have conversations about what we're talking about the I Ching, about what's going on in the world. But each person is going to bring something of their own process, their own place of enlightenment. So watch the my website, and it'll talk about what's going on. And I think it's also going to be up on the website for Assemblage. They're going to talk about it. But please come. It's going to be really great fun. And I'll have an opportunity to meet you, which will be great. All right? So be the love that you desire. All right? Summertime is nigh. Sensuality swirling. Ready for your muse. Yeah. That could also be a question. Ready for your muse? I send you as much love as I can muster here in the state of New York. In La Kesha Lakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Yes, I do. Namaste, my brothers. You know, I tell you each week to be gentlemen. Listen up. Be a gentleman. Hey, man, in your friendships with men or with women, be honest. Women, goddesses. Dress the goddess, walk the goddess, accessorize the goddess. Be who you are. We're all here to do the work. We chose to be here. Maybe we were chosen. I haven't figured that out yet. But one way or another, man, we're here. So stay tuned. See you next week. Namaste. Be the love that you desire. Teach peace in every step. Enlightenment is remembering who you are. In Lakesh. In La Kesha Lakin. Yeah. I am the other you. I like it that way. Be who you are. Only walk in your moccasins. Teach the children about love. Respect our planet. Give love to Gaia. Be the love that you desire. I am the other you. Have dignity. Walk with integrity. Compassion. Acts of kindness. Dignity, integrity, compassion, kindness. That cures everything. In Lakesh Alakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. Love others like you love yourself. Be the love that you desire. Teach peace. Love Gaia. In Lakesh